For the main stare down, Jesse Van Rodriguez, Sisika Sora beside. Van Rodriguez back in his hometown. He displayed some of his skills flowing down the Riverwalk yesterday here in San Antonio. Every fighter getting on a boat, going down the Riverwalk, and it was interesting because you had the fans along the Riverwalk shouting Bam's name. Some people who knew him back from his high school days shouting him out, telling them, "Hey, this is me. This is so-and-so. I went to high school with you. Know your family." So this is a true homecoming affair for Jesse Van Rodriguez. And that last appearance in the ring, he became boxing's youngest champion. He took the fight on 6 days' notice after Sor Rungvisai fell ill in Phoenix. Don't forget, Sor Rungvisai was in Phoenix.
What does this fight mean to you? Obviously, you being the experienced fighter facing a young 22-year-old unbeaten fighter, Bam Rodriguez.
เขาบอกก็ไฟนี้สำคัญกับพี่ยังไงครับจะเจอกับแบมโรดิเกสที่เด็กกว่าอายุแค่22แล้วก็ยังไม่เคยแพ้ใครเลยครับ
ครับก็ไฟนี้ก็สำคัญครับก็อยากจะเอาเข็มขัดเส้นเดิมของผมเนี่ยกับเมืองไทยให้ได้ครับถึงผมจะอายุเยอะก็ไม่เกี่ยวกับอายุนะครับผมก็คือว่าซ้อมให้ดีที่สุด
Yeah, it's really important to me because the belt was mine. I'm taking what was mine, and I'm going to bring the belt back to Thailand. Yes, I'm getting older, but I have been very disciplined. I'm trained hard, so I will win.
Yeah, the fight it was supposed to be scheduled so Rungvisai versus Carlos Cuadras. Obviously, Bam Rodriguez. The situation that happened. Bam Rodriguez was a late step in. Could we say that he has a little bit more fire in him, so Rungvisai, to get what belong to him per se?
ก็รอบที่แล้วเหมือนพี่แหลมเขาวางแผนไว้ว่าพี่แหลมจะเจอกับคูเอดัสครับแล้วก็ไม่ได้ต่อยพอแบมเข้ามาแล้วก็ชนะเนี่ยครับคิดว่าเป็นยังไงครับหมายถึงว่าทำให้พี่แบบมีไฟมากขึ้นไหมในการที่จะชนะเขา
ครับก็ไฟนี้ผมตั้งใจมากครับตั้งใจซ้อมเต็มที่แล้วก็ตั้งใจว่าจะนำเข็มขัดกับเมืองไทยให้ได้แล้วก็จะเอาเข็มขัดเนี้ยไปฝากลูกชายด้วยครับ
So I have been really determined. I have trained hard. I'm confident that I will win this fight. I will bring the belt back to my son.
His experience and his power is in his favor. Does he believe that that's what's going to help win the fight come Saturday night here in San Antonio, Texas?
เขาบอกว่าพี่แหลมมีประสบการณ์เหนือกว่าแล้วก็พลังหมัดเหนือกว่าคิดว่า2สิ่งนี้จะเป็นสิ่งที่ทำให้พี่ชนะใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ครับผม
Yes, of course.
Provided that he wins come Saturday night, he's beaten the names of Chocolatito, Estrada. What else would he like to continue in his career as he's already a legend in the sport, but what else would he like to continue throughout his career?
เขาบอกว่าที่ผ่านมาชนะเอสตราดาชนะโรมันมาพี่ก็เป็นตำนานคนหนึ่งในวงการมวยแล้วเงี้ยครับหลังจากนี้คืออยากทำอะไรต่อครับถ้าชนะวันเสาร์นี้คิดว่าอะไรจะเป็นก้าวต่อไปครับ
ก็อยากจะเจอเจตรายังคาใจอยู่แล้วก็ถ้าเป็นไปได้ก็อยากเจอกับอิโนเอะเลื่อนขึ้นไป118ครับผม
So if I after this fight this Saturday, I have my unfinished business with Estrada. I want to meet him again. Also, I also like to move up to 118 to fight in Norway.
That'd be a big fight. That'd be a big fight in the future. Lastly, overall, what does he think about Bam Rodriguez? He's an unbeaten fighter. He's 22 years old. Taking this big risk to fight a dangerous fighter like Sor Rungvisai.
เขาบอกว่าโดยทั่วไปคิดยังไงกับแบมบ้างครับก็แบมยังเป็นเด็กอยู่แล้วก็ขึ้นมาต่อยกับพี่เขาเหมือนยอมรับความเสี่ยงที่จะขึ้นมาต่อยกับนักมวยที่เก่งแล้วก็อันตรายของพี่
ก็แบบนี้ก็เป็นมวยที่ไวแล้วก็ฝีมือเร็วแล้วก็เป็นมวยที่ผมดูนะเป็นมวยที่ต่อยยากเหมือนกันครับแต่ก็ผมก็จะใช้ประสบการณ์ผมนี่แหละก็จะชนะแบมให้ได้ครับผม
So he's fast, he's very skillful, I watched him fight before. I won't underestimate him. With my experience, I'm going to win.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with Fight Hub TV and looking forward for your fight on Saturday. Thank you so much.
ก็ขอบคุณมากครับ
Thank you. Jay Martinez with Fight Hub TV here with Jesse Bam Rodriguez here in San Antonio, Texas, your hometown. Your homecoming fight. Big fight. Tell us first of all, you know, when this fight presented itself, because you could have gone back down on weight.
Yeah.
When this fight presented itself, you know, what did your team discuss, you know, due to the fact that Sarongwasai is a high caliber fighter due to all the fights he's been to and throughout his career?
Like you said, I could have went back down or I could have chosen an easier fight, especially for a homecoming fight. But like I said in my press conference, I want to be special. I don't want to be an average fighter, so that's why we took this fight. And when it was presented, just like the Guadalajara fight, I had no hesitation because I feel like I'm getting these fights at the right time. You know, they're really a little older than they were back then, so I feel like this is the perfect time to get them.
Now, we know Sarongwasai has notable wins throughout his career, Chocolatito, Estrada, fighters that you would like to face down the road. You know, what attributes stand out the most for Sarongwasai as a fighter, as himself?
It's definitely his power. He's a really strong fighter, but like I said as well in my press conference, that skills doesn't win you fights. It's power doesn't win you fights. Skills is what wins. And you can't hit what you can't see.
Now, training camp for this time around, you've been in camp. You're not going to get called 6 days before the fight now. Now you got a full training camp. You know, how was this training camp coming around? You know, also the sparring to prepare for this big matchup.
Yeah, the training camp, it went very well. It was a lot more motivating than any other training camp, knowing that I'm a world champion now. I have a lot to lose, and that was just more fuel to the fire inside the gym. And with sparring, you know, I got sparring with Ryan Rios. I did a lot of rounds with him, and I did sparring with a gold medalist from the Olympics. I'm not sure about his name. He's from Uzbekistan, I believe, and I got a lot of good work with him. So whatever Rungvisai brings, whether it's orthodox or southpaw, then we're ready for it because we know he likes to switch.
Yeah, given this, you know, circumstance that he likes to switch makes his high IQ level, right?
Yeah.
Now, how could you adapt with that? You know, being unbeaten, you're 22 years of age.
Yeah.
How could you adapt to that as a fighter, being in the ring?
Whether it's orthodox or southpaw, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I was getting sparring with both stances, so whatever he brings, we're ready for. And you know, just I believe my boxing IQ, I'm blessed with it. It's just something that comes natural. So whenever I see an opening, it's like it's just an instinct right away. I'm able to capitalize on their mistakes.
Provided you win come Saturday night, right? Here at your hometown, there's numerous options for you, as Eddie Hearn has said. You know, staying in the weight division that you're at right now, going back down. Chocolatito, Estrada, those are the names that are lingering. Those are the names that you've called for. Those are names that you watched your fights.
Yeah.
Is there possible next fights that you like to have in under your career?
Of course, just like Guadalajara, now I'm getting Rungvisai, Chocolatito, and Estrada. Those are the last four of the four kings. So, I mean, a fight with them would just it would mean everything to me in my career.
Now, I asked this to Virgil Ortiz Jr. Obviously, you know, he trained before at Robert Garcia's boxing academy. I was with him 2 weeks ago at his training camp as he prepares for McKinson. I told him, what is I guess the water that you're drinking, like, per se, that these breed of fighters like you, Virgil, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis, per se, are not scared to take those big risks in boxing. Aren't scared, like, hey, give me this fighter. I need this fighter in my resume. What is that breed, or what causes that for these fighters coming up to have that?
I just feel like we're cut from a different cloth. You know, boxing for a while, the best were fighting the best. Like, but back then they were, and I feel like this new generation, that's what we're bringing back. So to be a part of it, it means everything to me.
Your brother, Joshua Franco, as well, another champion.
Yep.
I know this is probably like a hypothetical question moving forward. Could we possibly see a fight between y'all?
I would never fight my brother. I've been asked so many times. I mean, you can throw whatever money on the table, but I wouldn't go in there and try to hurt my own brother.
Robert Garcia has over 14 world titles, various prestige boxers that's been in the gym.
Yeah.
How important was he being in your training camp as well? He had to go coming back and forth. If I'm not mistaken, he's coming back already from Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be here today.
Yeah,
How was
he'll be
important
here
to have him back and forth at your training camp?
It's very important having Robert because in my last fight against Paul, I was thinking the pocket a little too much, and when I would go back to the corner, Robert would remind me of the game plan, and he would tell me I didn't have to make it that difficult of a fight. My skills will make it easier, and that's what I stuck to, and that's why I came out with the victory. So having Robert in my corner, it's a huge advantage over any other opponent that I'm gonna face. And for Robert to come back from the UK to come and be in my corner means everything to me. It shows that he cares about me as a fighter and as a person outside the ring.
Does that add a little bit more peaceful state of mind? Just having Robert next to you, you be like, hey, he's in my corner. I know he's there.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it's an advantage, and I've been training with Robert since I was 15, so he's like another father to me. So it's like having a father and a coach inside the ring at the same time.